Race number 10, which is the second last on Sunday's programme at Sha Tin, is the Stevenson Cup. 2,000 metres is the trip for the Class 3, headed by Classic Beauty. John Moore and Responsibly from barrier 8. Shafano drops in class. Good fourth behind Turin Red Star last time out. Not Usual Talent winner, 2 starts back. That was over the mile. General Sherman, excuses last time out. He won this race last year to General Sherman. Barrier 1 for him with a £5 claim of Victor Wong. Dynamic Eagle went over 1,800 metres earlier on this season. Defining Moment, beaten favourite last time out. Tries the course and distance for the first time. And Cheerful Star, 0 from 11 so far in Hong Kong. Off the mark at 62, not far off a drop. General Sherman has been up at Chumpa. He's had a couple of trips in actual fact. Most recently returning on the third. As we have a look at the speed here, or lack of it, Brett.
Yeah, exactly. 2,000 metres though, so the first bend comes up rather quickly and they'll be charging through it. Whether or not we get New Elegance rolling forward and that generates a little bit more pace, we'll have to wait and see. But it is obviously not a full field. If they do dawdle too much, there might be something taking off from the back. But overall, it doesn't look like they'll go overly quick.
Here is Classic Beauty, just working with a partner horse here in the morning, and Responsibly aboard, and he'll take the mount on race day. The 2,000 looks good for him. He's stepping back from 2,200 metres at Happy Valley, but prior to that, he did run a couple of nice seconds at Sha Tin. Super Elegance, he's another one who will appreciate the trip up to 2,000 metres as well. Ran over 1,600 last start. He'll get back. He'll need a little bit of pace on that to be the key for him. And the last one here is Defining Moment, just working with Gunner, and another one who I think the 2,000 metres will be ideal for him. And from barrier 2 of the lightweight, he's definitely going to get a good run in transit as well.
All right, we're going to kick things off here with Classic Beauty, and a few others, finishing behind Good Omens. This is 2 starts back for Classic Beauty, but General Sherman, it's 3 starts back, and the last time he tackled course and distance.
It is, and we know General Sherman generally likes a good pace to run at, so that's a little bit of a concern for him. But he does go into the race 4th up, and you made a valid point before, Andrew, suggesting that he won this race last year. So I think it's been eyed off again, and it coincides with Victor Wong jumping back on the horse too. So I think we did have a discussion at lunch prior to the show, and General Sherman, his name was mentioned a few times, so I'm going to be looking at him. I also think Dynamic Eagle's one that'll stay the trip well, and he's fit, so another one to include.
Classic Beauty is the one I took out of that, because I think coming back to Sha Tin's the key for this horse, and he was here for a Derby campaign.
Yeah. OK. Shafano, he's only had 2 starts so far in Hong Kong. Certainly a good effort here, finishing 4th behind Turin Red Star.
Yeah, really good. He was really unbalanced at Happy Valley. He comes back now to Sha Tin. I think it's going to really suit him. He steps up to 2,000 metres. Now, his 2 wins in South Africa are both over 1,800 metres. The horse has been going well, and I really like the way he finished off this race. So I'm going to stick with him from barrier 3. If it's a slow pace, I think he can be right in the finish.
Yeah, I've got him in the tips as well. I think easier contest too, getting the drop in class.
Yeah. And that was Riven, of course, on his outside. He could run well in the Queen Mother and give him a bit of a boost. Grand Chancellor we're having a look at here on the all-weather. Improved effort from him to finish 2nd.
His form's patchy, this horse, but when he does put in a good one, he can be very competitive against some good opposition. That was the case here. Pinghai Treasure got a nice lead. They kicked on strongly on the dirt. It was on the dirt. Maybe that favoured him as well. But he is a horse that's shown some good form over the course and distance and on the turf in the past. Drawn OK, blinkers back on. One to consider.
Yeah, he's won the one time at Sha Tin, and it was over this course and distance from his 6 goes.
All right, that's Grand Chancellor. One more to consider, that's Defining Moment, as we hear from trainer Casper Fans.
Defining Moment, Casper, up to 2,000 metres. The Magic Man jumps on board.
Yeah.
Could this be his day on Sunday?
It could be. He's finally drawn a nice gate too, and you would think the step up from the mile to the 2,000 is a big positive. So I'd be disappointed if he's not really giving us a big effort on the weekend.
As you mentioned, a good gate. He was a little bit slow out of the stalls last time out. Where do you see him in the run?
I'd probably see him lying 5th, 6th somewhere there, take advantage of the gate, and the step up to the 2,000 is just what he's been looking for. Obviously, there's a couple of horses in there that are quite handy and been racing well. You know, Zach's horse looks to be the hardest to beat. But he's in great form. You know, he's come off a couple of good runs, so we're there to fight and see what happens.
As you mentioned, coming off a couple of good runs, is he really hitting his straps now?
I think so. You know, he's getting there. Yeah, he's a honest enough horse. So just hope that the step up to 2,000 is what he's looking for.
A double for yourself on Wednesday night. Is the stable in the form that you'd like it to be in now?
It's taken a long time. It's been a pretty moderate season by my standards, that's for sure. And it's like anything, you know, you have problems along the way. Just got to give horses time to get over injuries and stuff. And, you know, it's a long season. So as long as we finish strongly, and, you know, which I'm sure we will do.
Place favourite at the moment, defining moment at 1.7, and giving some positive noises there. But Grand Chancellor's favourite, Paul.
Yeah, well, I think Defining Moment's going to run really well. I've got him in there for second behind Sha Tin. Both these two horses step up to 2,000, looks ideal. Super Elegance had no luck on the wet track last time. And Classic Beauty that came in for the Derby. 2, 10, 8 and 1. I think 2's going to be a good each-way price.
There's a lot of chances here. I think for exotics, there's a few that can hit the frame. I settled on 5, 3, 2, 9. Look, if you get a decent price about General Sherman, have an each way. I'd want double figures, to be honest, with a lack of tempo in the race. You're not getting that at the moment, 7.2, but I've labelled that at this stage, but subject to change, 5, 3, 2, 9.
Yeah, I've got him on top as well, General Sherman, but I did think he'd be a bigger price.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Shafano's the price he is at the moment. I'd be more tempted about him at 10 than...
Yeah, it's a good price.
Either way, that's my cue, the 5 and the 2 in race number 10, the second last.